Hello, hello, I'm Carol Ann Deacon, and I am really excited to be able to pop in here for a few minutes on a Saturday. I've got my little at a friend's house for a little bit, and I am ready to share some ways to help you grow your income. I'm the founder of Rich Hot Freedom Now, Freedom Club. I've been doing online businesses and coaching and consulting for about 5 years now, and I love what I do. I work with women and sometimes men, which you guys are welcome, but it's mainly women that I end up working with, which they're usually craving something more. They usually are not happy with how they're generating income now. They want it to be a lot more interesting, a lot more lucrative, and they want to be mobile. So if that's you, today I'm going to be sharing 3 things that you can do right now to help you grow your income. These are things that I use myself. These are things that I share with my clients over a period of time. But, it bothers me that I see so many people unhappy in their jobs. It bothers me that I see people just struggling to get by. And and I know how you feel. If that's you, I know exactly how you feel because that used to be me. It was paycheck to paycheck in some form or the other, and I just wasn't happy with how I was generating income. I remember sitting there looking at the clock, waiting for the time to be released from what I was doing, and that's no way to live. It is no way to live. It really isn't. So if you are in business for yourself, or you are thinking of starting in a business of your own, doing something that you enjoy, something that you're good at, then I want you to take notes. 3 easy ways, okay, to grow your income as an entrepreneur, okay? The first is going to seem somewhat counterintuitive, if that's the right term to use, is that if you're holding on to money with a tight fist, if you're really just watching every dollar because you feel like you have to, so you're sacrificing a lot of things, ease up on that purse string a little bit. If there's something that you feel is going to bring you a lot of happiness and joy, it is likely worth it. See if you can afford it in the long term and even in the short term. I don't think you cannot afford it. And go ahead and spend some money on yourself or your family, give to a charity, open the purse strings a little bit. And I'll tell you what happens. And it's easy to fall into that trap when we're starting out and we're not seeing the income we want yet. So we get really tight and thinking that's going to help. I'm not saying be frivolous and throw it all, just throw $100 bills out the window. I'm saying watch that tendency to hover on any nickel. Because in my experience, what that does is that blocks more money coming in. It really does. If you are smart about something that you know you can really use, that maybe you can even earn money from down the road and that brings you joy, for goodness sakes, make a plan to buy that thing or buy that experience. So that's number 1. That's important. That's important for a lot of reasons. It's important to keep you at a high vibration because if you don't feel good, you can't draw the people that you're meant to serve to you, plain and simple. The other thing that does is, and I don't know how this works with the universal laws, karma, you name it, but the thing is, the tighter we are in our purse strings, the less we tend to have money coming into that same purse. Open it up. Be generous with yourself and with the people that you love. Be generous. If that doesn't come easy to you, then listen to that. It's a muscle you need to build on. Be generous with yourself and with those you love, okay? Even if you feel you can't, do as much as you can. You're going to see it come back to you. That's number 1. Number 2 is when you're in any sort of entrepreneurial gig, or you're maybe working for somebody else, so you're starting an online income stream of some sort, to grow it so you can phase out of working for somebody else, which is what a lot of my clients do. Really try to keep it around the purpose. And what I mean with that is it's your purpose that's going to drive your success, nothing else, really. You have to own what you do. You have to own your ability to help people in order for this to work. If you don't really believe that your work is of profound service, then don't waste your time or money, okay? Don't waste your time or money trying to hustle into a successful business of your own if you don't really believe in yourself. And if you somewhat believe and you've got one leg over the horse, but you're still not sure, do some work on yourself. Get some help. Hire a life coach. There's many I can recommend to get you to that place where, okay, all right, I know I'm good at this. a lot of that comes up in the work I do with women because there's always, and we always have fears and doubts. We always do. It comes up. But the difference in the people that really succeed and the ones who could succeed very well but don't is really the belief in themselves. And oftentimes the only remedy for that is action, is action, is action. Going after the thing that scares the dickens out of you, which is usually your own business and leaving the stable job. Personally, it was the best decision I ever made. I make more money now than I've ever made in my life. I work less than I've ever made in my life. Work less than I ever have in my life. And I love what I do. I make a difference, I think, in people's lives, and they enrich mine. I love the women I work with. I would recommend this for anybody who's willing to stick with it, give it some time to grow, and be passionate about what you do. So that's number 2. So those are 2 things, and I'm going to keep these short because it's Saturday, and I hope you're outside having fun instead of sitting in here watching me. But number 1 is be generous with your money. Even if you don't feel you have it to spend, be generous with you, be generous with other people. That's imperative. It opens the gates to abundance and more money to come in. I've seen that over and over and over. And believe me, I used to be a devout penny pitcher. Devout. Now, when I see them and I'm around it, it just kind of gets on my nerves. I don't have the time or patience. Life's too short. Enjoy. The second is own your purpose. Believe in your ability that you're trying to sell this work. Don't go in half-assed about it. Really, seriously, don't. Excuse me. Don't go halfway. Make sure that you really at least believe in yourself enough to put yourself out there consistently over time and share testimonials. That's a good gauge for how serious you really are. Are you playing around or are you serious? Sharing testimonials is something that creates, it demonstrates in your credibility and that you're good at what you do. It's hard to do, on social media. It feels awkward, but do it anyway. That's a good gauge of how committed you are and how much belief you have in yourself. It's not that it won't make you uncomfortable, it probably will, but the other flip side of that is at least you did it anyway. It's not about being absent from fear, fear of being absent. It's about doing it anyway and doing it again and again and again until you start seeing some serious results in your success. And you will, I promise you. Now, the third one is self-care. I want you to treat your self-care as your main job and fit in the work around it because it makes a big difference in your success. I'm not talking about expensive Thai body massages every day. I mean, great if you can do that, but I'm talking about simple things, nice candles that are burning, soy candles hopefully, fruit-infused water, things that make you feel good about yourself. You want to make sure you do this on a regular basis and treat it as your main job, and then move into your work. So what I like to do is I do this on a daily basis. I make sure I get my gym time in, my meditation, my water, my tea, all the things that I need every single day. And those things come first. They really do. They come before the work because I know once the work comes in, that I'm working with other women and it's a rather intimate process that's going to take priority. But I have to take care of me first. So 3 things, and I'm going to text them in the top of this message to make it super easy for you. Be generous with yourself, with your money, and other people. Own your purpose. Seeing your work, the service, the product that you're going to be selling in your business as your purpose, okay? Own it. Gauge it by slapping some testimonials out there for the world to see and see how awesome you are, okay? Over time, that consistency of action is what's going to make success or not. The third one is treating your care of your beloved self and honoring yourself as your main job, and then your work, your paid work, fits in around it. As a female entrepreneur especially, that's of paramount importance. Structure each day to where you have those self-care pieces in and nothing gets in the way of that. And then bring the other piece in after it. Okay? I hope this helped. I am accepting applications for winter 2019, and I may be opening a few spots for Rich Hot Freedom now, a 6-week process. I'd blow your mind from ground zero to up and running. So shoot me a private message on my Facebook timeline if we're friends. If not, friend request me, or send me a message here. I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. And please don't forget to visit me over at carolandeacon.com. I'll be popping in here once a week usually, and definitely I'll kick that up a little bit more when my little goes back to school in a few weeks. Have a great day.